Hey guys, this is Mike the Wrestling Godsmith, and you're watching All in Wrestling. This is my review of the AEW Dynamite before Revolution. I got a lot to talk about. I did love the contract signing we get, and here's the thing: what I like about this Swerve Ricochet feud I've been liking the last couple of weeks. I know I haven't really said anything because I've been watching it and trying to let it evolve, but you know, I like that Ricochet's playing the bad guy. I like that he is because he's literally saying I can beat you. Like he's determined to be AEW champion, probably just as determined as Cope is. And the thing is with maybe he needed this and this is what I said with this heel run. Like he doesn't need to be a good guy, and that's the thing. He got so roped into being a good guy when he was in NXT and in WWE. It's like he's never been a heel, and he's doing the Jadakiss, ha, like the Jadakiss thing, and I get what they're doing with him. Like I get that, and I love the promo. He says, Swerve, I've already beaten you, and I'm like I'm one step closer to my goal, and he said all I got to do is beat you one more time, and I will be in 2025 AEW World Champion. I'll be the guy I was always meant to be. And what I love about it is Swerve is just sign the contract, Ricochet. Just sign the contract. Like he's angry. He's not even pissed. Like he's angry. And what I love is I love the back and forth with it. I like the back and forth. I like the what he's doing with it. I like what they're doing with him. It's a better it's a better thing we got. And you know what? Like the thing I love with this segment is he literally says, "You know what? You're just such an entitled prick." And he says it. Like he says, you're such an entitled prick. Like you think you deserve everything that's coming. And he's like, and what I love about Nana, he tried to, Nana gets angry, and Nana's he's like, calm your grandpa down before something happens to him. And what I love about Prince Nana is he's like, where's my robe? Where's my robe? Where's my robe? And Ricochet is just saying, oh, the robe is it's safe. I'm just giving it some upgrades, some modifications, if you will. And he just said, you know what? And Swerve said, you're such an entitled prick. But he said, you know what? You're going to be remembered for two. He's like, you know what? He's like, you've awoken the bad man, bad man Swerve. And he says, the dangerous man Swerve. And you're going to be, your career, you're going to be remembered for two things. One, he's like, how Swerve made like, your career relevant again. And two, for your ring announcer girlfriend. And I love that bit. I love what they're doing with him. I love what they're doing with Swerve and Ricochet. I love what they're doing with him. And then what we get, which is fantastic, but the thing is, he goes to stab him with the scissors, and he just turns his back. He takes the scissors out, and he just stabs him. And he's on he gets the receiving end of it. Now the shoe's on the other foot type of thing, and I love it because now everything's kind of unraveling. Everybody's getting their spot. He's unraveling now. But I really believe he's gonna be the AEW World Champion. Probably not. Maybe a Revolution. I don't know because Mox could probably end up being the world champ. But I still feel like it's kind of a foregone conclusion Cope's gonna win this one because he has no more allies and pretty much everybody's injured. And the only person I could think of who would probably help him would be Chris, but I don't know. Or maybe Don Cal. I don't know, but I'll get to that in a second. And the next segment my personal segment that I love that I'm gonna talk about, I love what they're doing with Will Ospreay and Kyle and the Don Callis family and Mark Davis. I love what they're doing with them, man. Mark Davis was reluctant. I could see when he was wrestling well, he was trying to put him in, they were beating the crap out of Orange Cassidy, and I feel bad. I think Don Callis just doesn't like Orange Cassidy now. And what I love is without Trent Barretto, there's kind of a setback there. And I really believe they're gonna have he's gonna return or do something where he does return. Just because the thing is, I feel like Mark Davis is probably going to turn on the Don Callis family to help Will because he's reluctant. I think he's only doing this because something when Kenny says like whatever they got on you, we can help you get out of it. And I think he's gonna end up doing it because he didn't interfere in the tag match they had. So why is he into? He didn't into. He won like he lost a tag match. It's not his fault. Don Callis is probably gonna get rid of him or tell Brian Keith and Lance to get him. I mean, not Brian. I mean Lance and Brian Cage to get him. And I feel like it's gonna happen. I feel like he's not really getting it because I love what they're doing with Kyle Fletcher, where he's the proto star. I love that he's being a full heel and he's like, "Yo, I'm just gonna beat you. Like, I want to get rid of you. I want to be done with you." And I already know that's where we're heading with this steel cage. Because I feel like if Will Ospreay wins, it's gonna be a 1-1 situation. It's probably not gonna end till Double or Nothing. I feel like that's going to be Kyle Ospreay 3 because we should have like that's what I feel like we're going to get. Like we kind of got a Kyle Ospreay 2 in Australia, Brisbane, Australia, and they lost the match. I get that part. But to truly end the story, I think it's going to happen. It's going to be a 1-1 singles match. Like, I think it's going to be 1-1 for them. And if Ospreay does win, Kyle can get the run back at Double or Nothing because I feel like that's going to end up happening because they need to kind of finish the story so he could become world champion or go after Swerve to become world champion. Because that's what I feel like it's going to happen. Because here's the thing, right? And I love what they're doing with them. And I also love, like, the other segment I also love the MJF and Hangman segment. Like, Hangman literally, like, MJF saying you're a coward and you're a piece of shit. Like, he's literally going off on him. And I love that he's literally waiting for him outside. And the thing is, you don't even see the car. You don't even see the truck till it gets there. Renee's interviewing him and you see him driving, like, full speed driving. I think he's not trying to hit Renee, but he wanted to hit MJF. Like, he gets out. They're fighting. They end up fighting each other. They end up fighting. Like, he beats on a guy, like an MJF lookalike. I want to say a stand-in. And all you hear from the guys, like, he made me do it. He made me do it. And MJF just comes behind and knocks him, just hits him behind. And the crazy thing is what I love is, like, he tries to get the heat seeker on him. And he tries to get the buckshot Larry. He low blows him. And then he just takes the gasoline, dumps it all over Hangman's body, and tries to burn him alive. And I love that he's like, let me just prove my points. And he has the MJF did nothing wrong shirt, which I think is going to be AEW merch. I think that's going to end up happening at some point. And I love that. And I also love the back and forth we got with the director of Queen of the Ring and Tony Storm. And I love that because, I have your X-rated, the X-rated part. It's in my private viewing pleasure. It's I love the night. I want to say 1940s showbiz, like I want to say LA Hollywood showbiz talk. I love it with her. I love her acting because I love what they do with her. And it's the same thing that I'm loving with, like, I'm loving that. And I'm also loving the Megan Bayne stuff because we had a fun match with Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford, and they get the win on Thunder Rosa and Chris Statlander. And I think they're doing amazing things with her too because she's kind of getting back in the role on the road. And I think Megan Bayne could be the TBS champion or she could be AEW champion because I feel AEW women's champion. Like, she's got a better package than Camille does, or because I really feel like Camille's going to come back at some point after she's done with the movie. I feel like they're going to do something with her. I feel like it's going to be good. I feel like it's going, and I love what they're doing with her. I love that she, like, Megan Bayne, and she looks so familiar. And I've seen her in IEW Dark, and I've seen her in Stardom. I think she's just a rat. Like, I don't want her to have a mouthpiece. Like, I do, but I want somebody, like, if we're gonna have a mouthpiece, it's gotta be Stokely Halfway. It's gotta be him. It's gotta be him. Because I feel like he's gonna take her to the top, and I feel like she's on this crazy good trajectory right now. And I like the Max Caster Best Wrestler Live stuff. I like what they're doing with him. It was a quick little 12-second match. But I like how Bowens and, Billy Gunn are actually, like, he's on a singles run, but the thing is, it's not a really weird singles run. And I like what they're doing with Daniel Garcia and the TNT title, because I feel like he going against Lee Moriarty kind of needs a test to do that. I feel like Adam Cole was a great test because I did see the match. I think it was amazing. I feel like Adam Cole's gonna get the the TNT Championship, or he might go AEW. He might win the Casino Battle Royale, win the world title from Cope, or he gets snubbed by Christian. It's a whole thing, but like I love that. Like, I love Sacramento. The crowd was hot. I love that they were into it. I like Ian Riccaboni. I love I just love his energy because it balances out Excalibur and Taz and Tony. I really, really do. I love that, you know, when Don Callis is around, it's like having a fourth guy. It kind of balances it out. I do like that. I like what they're doing with Kenny Omega and Takeshita, because I feel like this is like, you know, Kenny and Takeshita 4, because like I like him having the international championship, because what it makes me look at Takeshita, he's a threat. Like he can go, like he's a monster. And ever since he's with Don Callis, it's like, bro, he's not gonna stop. And I'm like, they need to give him another belt to chase. And I'm like, bro, if he chases after the international, he could probably chase after the TNT belt and the world championship, really. But, or the Continental, because I feel like he's going to get that belt too. But what I like about this is, like, I like what they're doing with Brody King. I like what they're doing with him and Okada, because he wants that belt. He's after him. I like what they're doing. And you know what? I like what they're doing. Even with the tag match they had, it was fun. It was a really fun tag match. Like, I like what they're doing. I also want to talk about the thing I'm going to talk about, which made my match of the night, because I want to talk about it. I also want to talk about the match we had with Cope and Yuta. Yuta using Bryan Danielson's moveset is good, and I feel like he's kind of reaching, like, his guilt kind of reached to a point. Like, his cynicism is reached to a point where he's not even himself. And I say this because, like, sorry, I say this because, like, he ate everything that he pulled out the Busaiku knee, and Cope ate it. He pulled out the elbow strikes. He ate them. Like, Adam Copeland, Edge, like, bro, he is an ultimate opportunist. Like, he beat everybody. Like, him to be dangerous and take them out. And I'm like, you know what? When I first saw the Death Rise, I'm like, nah, they weren't really doing nothing. Now that Claudio's gone, now that Marina Shafir is gone and Paca's gone, it's only them two. And like, even when he beat him, and you see Yuta like crawling up to his knee trying to stand up on his own power, he's like, that's respect. This is respect. And I'm like, you know what? And Mox is like, you know what? I'll keep walking. I'll keep going. I think he's gonna end up being done with the Death Riders. He's done. He's been the whipping boy for them. Like, he's been the whipping boy. I think he needs to go on a singles run. Danielson needs to come back so he can get the win back from Yuta, so Yuta can finally beat him. So Yuta can have his moment and show Moxley, like, yo, dude, I beat Danielson. I've got gold. I've collected gold. I've done it. You can't stop me. And you know what? And what I love also, and I'm gonna talk about this too, and this goes into my final segment of the night, which I really loved, and it was the Tony Storm and Mariah May segment. And what I love about this, cause Renee, I like her because she's an awesome interviewer, but she shows so much emotion. She's like the modern day Mean Gene Okerlund. I think Mike Tenay is in that level too, but he doesn't show that much emotion. I want to say Mike Tenay. Well, Mike Tenay does. He does, but I want to say she surpassed Jeremy Borash, like, Like, she's like one of my she's one of my favorite interviewers. Like, Mean Gene is up there. Like, I want to say Coach is up there too, because Coach is really good with the rock segments back in the day, and I also want to say Kathy Kelly's really good too. But I do want to say, it's like, bro, with Mariah May spitting in her face, and she's like, "No, you started all of this. This is your fault," and she's 100% right. And what I love about what Tony Storm does, and I've always loved Tony Storm, even when she was in Stardom and when she came to NXT UK. Like, I've been a big Tony Storm match, and I'm like, she just, like I said, she's amazing. And what I love what she said, she's like, nice to, she was like, nice to see you still care. And she gets really dramatical, but she says, "I'm the woman from hell, and I'm going to drag you, and we can have the Hollywood ending just like we wanted together." And what I love what Tony Storm says, she goes, and it's layers with her promo. What she says, it's a really good promo. I haven't seen this type of Tony Storm. I haven't seen this promo from her yet, and I love this promo because it's like a CM Punk promo and a John Cena one, but peak John Cena, like 05, 06, 04 John Cena. But I want to say, like she says to her, she says to her, because I'm going to go verbatim for this. She says to Mariah May that, you know, people may, like, yes, you're the woman from hell, but she basically says to her, people may like you, but they won't love you. You imagine you'll have good matches, but not great ones. They'll love you, but they'll never like you, and they'll get tired of you. And then we'll all, in your future, you'll look back 20 years from now. Whatever happened to Mariah May when she tries to kill God? What I love about the promo is, like, she's right, because without Tony Storm, she could never be at this level. And I feel like now this is the rivalry that's been really good, because I see it now, and it's kind of in this little, like, Tony Storm thinks she's God. Like, she's God, like, she's like Hollywood and God, like, she's a star. And Mariah May thinks she's better than her. And I'm like, it's kind of a passing of a torch situation, but in a way that she's not replacing her. It's just that Mariah May, yes, she's done it better, but I'm like, she hasn't learned everything from Tony. Like, Tony May taught her everything she knows, but not everything she knows. And that's what I want to say about that. Like, I think that they've done a fantastic job with Tony Storm. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, you know what? Let Mariah May go after Mercedes. Let them have their match. Like with Momo and the rest of them. Like, let them, like, she's at like, Tony Storm could probably be, there's only one person I think that could take that title from her. And I don't even know if they're going to try to sign her. And there's a couple of people on the list that could do it. Maybe because we never got a Thunder Rosa versus Tony Storm match. I don't think we did. Like, Britt Baker could probably do it if she wants to come back. I feel like she should. Who knows? But what I love about this whole thing, what I love about this whole thing, right, is that we get a back and forth that doesn't feel weird. And I like what we're getting with Tony Storm and Mariah May, because Mariah May's got to back up everything that she's been saying. Because I knew they weren't done, because, like, when she beat the crap, like, when she got, like, when she beat her up and she bled the first time. And now it's just like she's trying to rebel against Tony, but every time Tony will come back, she can't do it. It outweighs her mindset. And I love what they're doing with AEW. I love what they're doing. WWE, I love what they're doing right now for WrestleMania, because it's like, you know what? We're getting bits and pieces of that. And like I said, guys, I think AEW was a fantastic show. But anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Peace.